Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV news video, this time a new developer blog entry, posted today the 10th of February 2020, and in particular this is all to do with new GPose additions coming in 5.2, which is all the hype indeed. So first of all, let's look at some of these things. So first of all, they say that the control guide has been added. While there are many seasoned GPoses out there, there may be those who are confused by some of the settings and how features within group pose work. We've added a control guide that will give you a basic overview on what controls to use to improve your screenshot game. And there's a couple of images here. They show this picture with a Namazu next to it, and then you can click on the Namazu there and obviously put some streak lines if you want to. And here's the actual menu showing you the guide of how things work and all of the sort of shortcuts on both keyboard and controller. And yeah, it's fairly self-explanatory. They say the control guide will automatically open when you enter group pose and can be turned on or off through the menu options, which is the first thing I'm going to do, is turn that off. They give you basic control guide options for tilt, pan, twisting the camera movements, changing the focus target of the camera, and disabling motions on a target. They also have additional new frames unaffected by camera settings added. They say, as you know, we've introduced various frames in the past. However, the size of these frames was affected by your camera's angle of view position. In 5.2, we're adding frames that are unaffected by these camera settings. Confused? Let me give you some visual examples, and they show the ones added in 5.1. So these are the sort of like little Polaroid pictures type frame. And you can see here how in 5.1 this was affected between the different angles of view. So obviously the Polaroid image would get smaller on your screen or bigger depending on your angle of view, which was kind of irritating. In 5.2, however, you can freely zoom in and out of your character to your heart's content with the portrait, that sort of Polaroid frame staying the same size, which is very useful indeed and should make for some even better screenshots. Next up, they have brand new frames, including this one, which is this beautiful sort of gilt sort of border. I love that. That's going to be really, really nice. Hopefully they do a screenshot contest and we can use these frames because those are delicious. And there's also here, how about a journal frame? And they've got basically in the middle there, you've got your picture of a Namazu. That is absolutely adorable. I will definitely use that. If not for photos, then definitely in future machinimation, because that is just absolutely wonderful. They say, want to turn yourself, your friends, or your favorite minion into an elite mark? Now you can do that too. Next feature is to save and load camera and lighting settings. So this time around there is a little button at the bottom left there which looks like a book, like a save icon, and then a load icon. Essentially you're able to save certain camera settings and lighting settings. Say for instance you use the same settings all the time, which I don't know why you would do that. I personally keep switching depending on the scene and the lighting in a natural environment. But if you wanted to save settings, then you can totally do that to pick up where you left off, which is pretty useful. And of course there's the other button, the red one with the opened book, which shows you how to load them up again. They say now all you have to do is load the settings and you're ready to shoot. That is, unless you want something that fits the actual scene, in which case you're going to have to tweak it like usual. They say here are some screenshots taken by our QA team with the frame there that they've moved around with a Lalafell being splashed by Makote, a very serious looking Makote, and a fish versus Fat Cat. Who would win? You decide. And finally, an epic scene of a samurai battling a Dark Knight Lalafell. Obviously, the Lalafell needs to know its place, which is in the garden, as all potatoes belong. They say, we're excited to see what types of screenshots you will come up with by utilizing these new features. Keep on capturing those great screenshots and be sure to share it with the rest of the community. So thank you, Square Enix, for some more GPose functionality. I do love GPose. It basically makes my life 20 times easier on making videos, and certainly for thumbnails and screenshots. So yeah, be sure to check this out if you're big into your glamour and taking pictures like most people are in this game, because it's the true end game. I'm sure you'll be hyped for these 5.2 additions. Thank you all kindly for watching. A link to this will be in the description if you want to go and read it yourself, and I'll see you all next time.